Oh, Shane and Friends. Oh, Shane and Friends. Wait, is this song copyright free? Probably not. Hey guys, let's not sing it. Hey guys, yes, we are here on Shane and Friends holiday special, and we are starting off with a bang because we got our guest right here.
So
Michelle Visage, she's here.
Hi.
What's up, Queen?
Thank you for having me.
How are you living?
Large.
Nice.
Like me, always.
Rolling up, sassy, beautiful, red sparkle nails.
Holidays.
You got some sparkle pumps,
Yes.
a nice little boyfriend cut jean with some rips,
Wow.
a sassy like fur little hat sit.
Kangle.
Yup. Eyeliner wings on point,
Yes.
serving Adele realness.
No, Michelle Visage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's where
I don't know if
Adele
girl-
got it from.
Adele
Visage.
cannot handle wings, She would look ridiculous. I wear jersey wings. She
You
wears
sure do.
proper, beautiful British lady wings.
There you go.
I'm
I like the
obnoxious,
jersey wing.
over the top ear wings.
amen.
We,
sister.
first of all, this is different for us because usually the first 15 minutes, me and Jess will talk about our week and pop culture, whatever. I wanted to have you in right from the gate because number one, I'm so excited. I couldn't wait. But number two,
you.
you're a podcaster. You know how this goes.
Yeah.
So you can join in on when we talk about our week. I want to hear about your week. We just started the show talking about our shit. So let's start with that.
Okay, let's do.
So, okay.
Ha, dude.
I started
Get it?
talking. Mine is a do.
You're a
so,
man.
So we
You need
talk
some green
about.
machine.
First of all, thank you.
You are.
It's
indeed.
He's been
rare
having
that I
issues,
hear that.
Michelle. He's been having issues with it.
First of all,
Why? Hold on. Before we get into
Oh,
poo.
yes, please. Let's start. With that.
Why?
You know-
First of all, let's go back to your beautiful coming out
wow,
video.
thank you.
Amen.
Very lovely, very brave coming out as bisexual, and
Yeah.
and you're going to help people because who's an open advocate and a fighter and an ally and been doing it for 30 years.
Coming out?
I wish.
Solid.
I'm coming out as hetero. But I've been with plenty of women in my life, and there was usually a dude involved.
Yeah.
Hey.
Not always,
okay.
but
Okay.
usually. And I realized that although I find women beautiful and attractive, it's not what I prefer.
Sometimes you need the D.
My preference is men, but I've been with women. I love women. I respect women, and I mean, women are hot. And that's the end of the story.
Not
but,
all women. Some women are busted.
Yeah, but sometimes look, some
their own
people,
way.
But they're probably happy, so that's cool.
people are busted.
Truth.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
I'm
not.
busted.
It's
Yeah.
gender.
I'll admit it.
Busted knows no gender.
Busted
Amen.
neutral. Yeah.
Busted on this.
For me, I was somebody who always believed that bisexuality was an excuse not to come out.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a cop out for people who were scared or
Yeah.
were, you know what I mean? And my viewpoint has changed on that over the past,
Yeah.
I'd say 5 years. I mean, recently.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, well, I don't like to label in a sense that we have to be one or the other.
Yeah.
I think labeling helps. It's not necessary,
Yeah.
but I think it helps for the lay people, the regular people,
to fit the mold. Or,
to
"Oh, I
understand, to
belong."
understand.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's to belong. I think it's just for them to grasp it, for them to go, oh, now I get it.
Yeah. I get it and I get you, I
If
think.
you use
Yeah.
gender fluid or gender
There's so
queer.
many terms
you know,
out there now.
Yeah.
They look. Homosexuality is a kind of a new thing for them to even grasp, let alone fluidity and cis and other words that, we're using regularly in our vocab now. So for you to come out as bisexual, I think is going to help a whole bunch of kids who either struggle with their identity or don't fit in their minds in one kind of category. And they could be gender queer or gender fluid and still be bisexual.
Yeah.
Like people are not going to understand.
We're sexual beings. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, Shakespearean times and all that stuff, everybody got with everybody. It was like not
Way
a big
before
deal.
that,
Yeah,
girlfriend.
like
cavemen days.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
and back in the day, even like Roman times, like dudes were getting with dudes. It was like a thing, and
Mostly.
men with children. Like it was not
Yeah.
it wasn't a big deal. It was
Not
just
at all.
this is a sexual act that makes people feel good, so let's do it.
It just was.
I'd
know?
be super uncomfortable in those situations.
But with the followers that you have and the kids that look up to you, I think it's important to let them know it's okay to be who you are, and that
Thank you,
you
yeah.
struggled with it too.
Yeah, the fact that it went over, because I wasn't thinking about it. I know a lot of YouTubers or whatever, they think about it like, oh, I'm going to rebrand myself and come out and write a book about it and do all these things. For me, it was more like I was in such a dark place that I needed to just say it so I didn't feel like I was hiding it because, I film my life. I do the podcast.
tying the noose, he was getting ready.
Every guest, especially when we had drag queen people, every time a
Drag
drag
queen.
He would
people.
light up. He would light
Well, no,
up.
no.
You would, yes, you would. You would see it in your face.
But that's not
too.
my point. My point is the drag queen would come in and the first question would be like, are you gay or are you straight? And the fact that I even had to just say I'm straight because I hadn't told everybody.
Because you felt
I
like
was
you were lying
confused.
to yourself.
Felt like I was lying to myself.
Yeah.
So I just made that video like 7 a.m. and I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it, and I did it, and I'm surprised that it went over well. I'm surprised because
you were coming from a place of honesty.
So real.
It didn't feel contrived.
Yeah.
It didn't feel fake.
It wasn't. I wish I would have had lighting.
No makeup, no lights, on pain pills, but that's real.
The irony is, it's like when we all sit back and we look, it's like when people are shocked that Rosie came out or Ellen, it's kind of like, well, are you Ray Charles? Like, are you Stevie Wonder? I mean, you could see them. So when you came out, it was literally like, oh, honey, we knew.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that that's irrelevant. But the point is, sometimes we see it on the outside quicker than we're able to accept it on the inside.
Well, no, my problem was everybody saw that I thought I was gay. And for me,
so you kind of
my struggle and my pain was that like I wasn't gay and I was in a loving relationship with a woman, and it was a very confusing thing to me because I felt like am I gay? Am I lying to my girlfriend? Am I lying to everybody? But I don't feel that way because I'm in love with a woman and I like sex with women, but I am attracted to men. It was so confusing. So coming out as bisexual was even more confusing.
Were you with her at the time? That you came out as bisexual?
We broken up for other reasons and then stayed friends for like, a while, months. And then I talked to her I think
it was
the
a
first
journey,
person I
queen.
talked
His
to.
girl was my
sure.
best friend.
We were together for 3.5 years.
That's a big deal for a woman although she should have been able to pick up on some very obvious signs. But with that said, youth has a lot to do with it. You kids are young. When you get older, we've been through a lot. We can see a lot more and things are clearer. But with that said, if you loved her for who she is, mind, body, and soul, who cares really?
Yeah.
Do you know
and
what I
that's the
mean?
thing that that's what was hard was everybody's like, oh, you're such an asshole, but you were bi and you didn't tell her all this stuff. And I'm like, well, first of all, I didn't know. And second of all, like, I wasn't lying to her. I was just confused. And our relationship, the problems weren't about sexuality. It was about, we didn't really have that much in common.
Shane, I'm going to tell you right now and all of your listeners, it doesn't matter. Your followers are lovely. They're adorable. My kids are your followers, and I follow you, and I think you're great. And I learn about, YouTubers and stuff through my teenage daughters, of course, because I'm too busy watching musicals and old movies.
Girl, me too.
That's what I do. But for me, that's how I learned about the brilliance of you and Miranda Sings and people that I love to watch who inspire me as youth today.
Platform.
So my point in saying this is, though your listeners are lovely and they're your livelihood, they are not you.
Yeah.
So you do things for you, and you can't worry about what people think about your sexuality.
Yeah.
You could worry about what people, if you're saying something that could maybe be detrimental. But what you're doing is you're helping. Yeah. There's nothing detrimental. So you can't worry that your kids are or whoever's judging you and telling you lied to her. Honey, you're just coming into your own. You're understanding. You're processing it. You don't need to apologize on finding out who you are in life.
Yeah.
No.
Can I get an amen?
You're on a journey, baby. You don't need to apologize.
I'm ready.
Well, speaking of, first of all, that was
back
amazing.
to shit.
That was amazing. I needed that. I'm happy we had that.
We just took it
Feel
to
good.
church, by the way. Thank you. I needed that this Friday as well. I really did.
Holiday
It's been healthy
special.
for me.
Christ has been born. Let's talk about shit. So when
What a great segue, Shane.
Right? Speaking of
Seamless.
shit.
we sat down and, Jess is drinking her coffee and I'm like, how are you going to drink coffee and then sit and do a podcast? Aren't you going to take a shit in the middle of this?
Took care of that,
And
man.
then you guys educated me once again, not only on sexuality, but on feces and said, listen, girls shit differently than guys. So explain that to me.
Well, women tend
I'm shit fluid.
Yeah,
Yes.
and most men are. Like my husband, he has coffee and he times it. He drives our daughter to school. I drive one, he drives the other,
Solid.
or both when I'm not here. And he times it where he's drinking it as he's driving.
Yes.
So when he's home, he's ready to bolt.
It's like
to
a
the bathroom.
window of
Right.
poop opportunity.
Correct. Most women, not all. I'm not going to speak on behalf of the entire female population.
And their digestive.
Yes, and their issues. But most women struggle with constipation more than men. And we're not timed, like we can't go. But sidebar, since I became a vegan, I can count on that.
I have a friend who says, oh, I poop once a month. I never believe her. I never believe it.
Well, that's time to go to the hospital
Girl,
or
yeah.
get colonics.
That's about to come out your throat. You better
Yeah.
check on that.
I can't imagine what her breath smells like.
Ooh,
Not kidding. No, seriously.
Because you're harboring all that stuff
toxins got to come out somewhere.
No, okay, so you should. How do you? Okay, if
I
you
have no
wait,
problem. I just go.
But if you wait 4 days, like, is it a lot or is it?
No, look, I used to have issues. I call them nurgles. Like they used to be these little rabbit nurgles,
Yeah,
little turds.
Right.
It was bad, but it was mostly because when an eating disorder survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
I
are.
never ate the right foods, you know.
Yeah.
I did nothing but smoke cigarettes. So like when I grunt, I don't even want to get graphic, but there were issues like where I'd be like mid and it wouldn't come out. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go to the hospital.
Right.
Like literally, it was bad.
You like back there with a pair of scissors.
I'm not even
trying to clip
kidding.
it off.
So like I had to change my ways, and a lot of it has. This is not a health podcast, but a lot of it has to do with leaky gut, and so many people have leaky gut and don't know
I
it.
just
what's
heard
leaky
about that
gut?
yesterday. One of my friend's moms just came
What
down
does
with
that
that or
mean?
something.
No,
It's
everybody
bad.
has it.
Do I need to come out again?
Right? Yes, I'm a leaky gut employer.
It's the name of your next book, Shane.
Ooh.
It's just damage done to and candida overgrowth. Like again, this is not a health podcast. People are going to think I'm insane. Like,
but we're
I'm
learning.
a fucking specialist on, not some stupid drag queen. So for me, it's just about healing my body from the inside out. I have an autoimmune disease, so when I went on this journey, I did it to heal myself. So
Amen.
it's also all the years of antibiotics that the doctors have given you. If you don't heal your gut from that, you're going to end up with a leaky gut. And leaky gut is the cause of all, the root cause of a lot of
Does it help you
autoimmune
lose weight?
diseases. Yeah, of course it'll help you
Solid.
lose
I want to
weight.
get me that leaky
Healing
gut.
your gut. No, you want to help you.
Oh, heal it. I thought the
Healing
leaky
it
gut gets
loses-
it out.
No.
Okay, never mind.
It traps all the toxins in and keeps everything.
Oh,
in.
no, I don't want a leaky gut.
So anyway, women
just want
shit
an
less
empty
than
gut.
men.
Yeah.
Leaky gut.
I have no problems. I mean, aside from as a child, because my
no
life was
problems.
insane, I just held my poop in. That was like my control. And my mother gave me XS, told me it was chocolate, and then I shit my pants on the monkey bars. She's like, "You clean it up. It's gonna come out." And I was like, "Okay."
When it comes out, it comes out.
It came out for sure.
Water.
But I don't have a problem. And I mean, I eat anything, and I don't eat good. It's bad. Like I like
you
vegetables.
don't eat well, darling. You don't eat well.
I know.
Wait, what
you.
what is a typical day for you eating wise?
Oh well.
And then we'll
compare
compare it with Michelle's eating day.
No, you.
To be honest, I have horrible eating habits. That's
Did you
one
say
of
a
my-
hot pocket?
Yes. I've had like a hot pocket.
Does she
a
not? You
night.
don't even know what that. You're like a hot
Crispy,
pocket?
crusty,
No,
tender.
I know
crust?
exactly
You
what it
better
is,
watch
but there's
out.
nothing food in.
Oh no, I eat horrible. I'm telling you, this is one of my. I don't do
Yeah,
New Year's
wait, start
resolution.
in-
This
start
is my
in-
like 33 for me.
What sign are
goals.
you?
34
I'm an
leaky
Aries.
gut.
Okay.
Yeah, 35.
So tell us, like, in morning. what do you
I
have?
don't eat breakfast, which is horrible. I
Perfect.
know. I
Did you say
somehow
34 or 33? you're
33
next?
league. Yeah, 33 new me.
Right.
A new eating regimen.
Right.
But I have coffee for breakfast.
Okay.
It's my schedule's
What do
horrible.
you
I'm just
put
gonna
in
do
your
that.
coffee?
Just like a cup of creamer.
A cup of cream.
Cup of cream or sugar. Nothing crazy. No
Cream and
Splenda, no
sugar.
anything like that.
Oh yeah, but you just said cream and sugar.
Well, the sugary creamer. The like hazelnut.
You're not making it
cinnamon,
better.
You
Something
know,
But go
like
crispy
ahead.
creamer.
Just a dollar.
So let's go over a couple hot topics that are going on, and you have you weigh in on this.
Okay, I'd love to.
Because I also know from what I've, I mean, I know a lot about you, not to be creepy, but I know that you like
Creep away, darling.
Talk show host is like a definite goal for you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's do some hot topics.
Oh,
let's
okay.
let's be talk show host. First, let's talk about. You know what? No, I'm going to go right into Farrah Abraham. Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
Every episode, we have Farrah Abraham time. Ready?
Why?
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Farrah Abraham time. Do-do-do-do-do-do. God
God
made a mistake.
Oops.
Now listen. Before you think we're shady, we had her on the show and she sang it. So I'm just saying, she's
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
She said it
down for it.
herself.
She
God
loves
made a
it.
mistake.
Well, listen.
Well, I don't think she really was present in her mind, body, and soul.
Here's a quick background on my relationship with Farrah. I had her
We
on,
may have said actually did the theme song before she came in.
but she enjoyed it. She gets it.
But she was like, "It's Farrah Abraham time. Listen,
Right.
I'm Farrah."
Anyways, so like years ago, I had her come before she had all the surgeries.
You had her come?
But I had her come, and then I was like, I'm gay.
She
came-
turned you gay.
She not the first time that she probably did that. She came to my house to do a video with me. This is before she had all the surgery. She was just at a teen mom, whatever. And I did a video with her, and it did not go well. And she was very rude, and she told me and my producer to fuck off. But then like she tweeted the video, and she's like, "Look at this great video I did." The video was bad. She came across racist. She said she didn't like Obama because he was black. It was awful. So I'm like, she's a
None
horrible
of this is
person.
shocking me, by the way.
No,
Right,
no,
exactly.
Okay.
So then she got all the surgeries, and I was like kind of obsessed with how insane she was becoming. And I was like, this has to be a stunt.
Do
She
you
has-
obsess over surgery the way I obsess over surgery?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know, he had all of his skin removed.
I did. Thank
Did you see Wayne Newton at the Republican convention?
Like that?
No. It was bad.
Front and center. Like
Oh,
I had to
he's bad.
freeze frame and go over step.
Yeah, like who's
He
wearing
turned
that mask?
into
Yeah.
an
He looks like he's
Asian.
skydiving.
I don't know what he looks like. But go ahead.
Speaking of that, Farrah. So
Uh-huh.
anyways, so we started talking about her on my show on the podcast
Okay.
for like 2 years.
And
We-
before I came on it, I was like,
Yeah.
what is this Farrah
Yeah.
Abraham obsession?
But we'd have
Like,
kids
enough.
show up to us at events like VidCon and stuff, and they're all wearing Farrah is my queen shirts with like pictures of her crying, pictures of her surgery on their shirts. Like people are so obsessed with Farrah because we talk about her so much.
Oh, I got it.
So
Okay.
every week we do an update on what she's doing. So this week, and then she came on the show and we did it live with her, which was amazing.
And then one time we had her little she has a sex toy like pussy
Fleshlight.
mold.
A
Yeah.
big, no, it's a huge.
No, it's like-
pussy.
Oh, that one,
It looks
yeah.
like a serial killer, like chopped.
Doesn't it
her
look
in
like an
half.
ass?
Yeah.
An ass, pussy,
You could do the
stomach.
leg.
Yeah.
You want to know how much stuff we put in there?
We put a
We're
Coke
like, what
bottle.
Can we
Can it
fit
take
in
it
here?
all?
It can
It
take.
took it all.
It took
a rolling pin.
a rolling pin, a
It
Coke
took
bottle.
a Coke
Champagne
bottle
bottle?
in all the way.
Wow.
So
I'm
first,
impressed.
First,
Yeah,
we're
it
going
was
to talk
pretty
about her news this week, and then I want all your thoughts because
I have no clue what's going on with
she
her.
was on Big Brother. Jess doesn't really want.
Were you on that with her?
Well, we will get to that
Oh,
because I have a lot.
my bad.
to say. That's a whole other thing.
Pace yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
So Farrah, first of all, there was a big news story. I don't really want to go too much into it because I think it's kind of disgusting. She basically is claiming she's jumping on the rape bandwagon, which don't get me started on that. Everybody's a rapist now. So she jumped on that. She's like, James Dean raped me, even though it was a sex tape
James
that
Dean?
she created.
Oh,
Girl, you told him to put it in your ass.
By the way, first, she as she's sucking on his dick, and then he's like,
I was like, isn't he dead?
He's
You're
like-
talking about the porn star.
Yes, the porn.
Okay.
not surprising she fucked a dead person. So like she's sucking on his dick and he's like not getting hard or whatever, and then she goes, okay, time for anal, and he looked like he was like, what? That's not
So
possible.
it's on video.
Yeah, she made a sex
Yeah,
tape.
she made
That's
money off it.
how
Right.
She's the thing.
She
Right.
produced it and sold
So
it.
now she's saying, oh, well, he raped me because like I didn't really want to do it, but then like
Girl,
he
you
But
did.
put a
she's
Coke,
on the
She put
video?
a Coke bottle up her own pussy. A Coke bottle.
What's a Coke bottle?
Like a Coca-Cola.
Like the glass one?
Like the vintage glass Coca-Cola bottle.
the skinny one?
No.
Fat.
The bigger
Liter.
one, like the liter one.
Yes.
Right.
On her own volition. She did this.
All right, girl, I'm
So
impressed.
my thoughts on that are
So far, so good.
She's suing
exactly.
Coca-Cola for rape?
exactly that.
Please.
My thoughts on that are really too far. But she did post this on Snapchat,
No
which
lube,
got her
probably.
some hate, which I thought it was like kind of funny because this is. So I'm going to show you guys this picture.
She
You tell me what
posted
you
it
think.
on her Snapchat?
So this picture I'm about to show you guys.
Okay.
Now this is her daughter Soph, little baby Soph,
Okay.
Sophia,
Baby Sophia, poor child.
who by the way has already had I think some surgery done. She's already had her
do you mean
eyebrows
surgery?
threaded. Well, she had eyebrows threaded. She had her
She shows up to like school day with like
Full
lashes.
drag makeup.
Like 5 years old. Like,
Sorry, but I like that. Go ahead.
I live for it if it's a show. Don't think I didn't paint my babies
sorry.
looking like hookers with freaking for the show with like
People want to go
everything.
into the whole over sexualization of children wearing makeup. And
That's-
obviously, I don't think she's wearing it every day. If she wanted to do it for picture day, let the kid do it for picture day.
Yeah, but then you set your kid up at school for that. Like, if you want to do that, go to a studio and set it up, girl, and like do it in the private of your
I
own
disagree.
home.
If she wants to do it, she's 5 years old. That's
All right.
friggin' preschool.
I'm
I
excited.
know,
I'm
but if she
excited
did her
then
own
to
makeup,
get you
different
guys'
story.
thoughts on this picture.
Okay.
Because this is what it's about. So she posted this on Snapchat. Thoughts. It's a picture of baby Soph with huge ornaments in her shirt, and it says "ornament boobs."
I used to do that all the time. Girl, I was a preschool teacher at one point, and I had these two girls that went into the kitchen every day and put every fruit in their shirt and just like,
mean, everybody did.
They
Every
play
kid did.
mommies,
Right.
you know? Like,
Here's
yeah.
the difference.
Okay.
Your mother's a porn star.
Yeah.
And
Rape victim.
claiming, but then
Allegedly.
she's right there. She's sexualizing the child by putting the tits in her shirt.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is, you could be a mother going, "My daughter's being so silly." Look at because I did the same thing because my mother had huge tits
I used to
growing
do
up.
water balloons. I mean, come on.
And my
everything.
kids have done it to make fun of me.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only difference is I would never post it on social media.
Right.
So you don't. It's obviously the child's innocent. She's got nothing to do with it. My
Poor
friend
baby
Katie
Sophia.
Price is going through it now too because her daughter Princess, who's 7 or 8, likes to wear makeup, and the girl paints her face the house down 7 or
Yeah.
8. And everybody's like, bullshit. Either Katie's doing it, or somebody's doing
You're
it
like,
for you.
no,
And she's
this
like,
girl's gotten some
The girl got on
tutorials.
video. She was like,
it.
my mother did it to it. I did it. No, I just sounded New Jersey. She's British. But anyway, with that said, I feel like let
That's what I'm
Farrah
saying.
deal with her child.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge? I am not that child's mother. Will that child need therapy when
Oh,
she's
God,
older?
yes. Oh,
But
Lord,
that
yes.
then we can't do anything to intercept here. I'm not
Speaking-
saying if you be quiet on things they'll just go away. That's the wrong move too. But telling somebody how to parent their kid is a dangerous.
Now,
and I want to do
I'm
it
gonna
all the
give you
time.
a
Restaurants,
scenario.
We all
public
do.
places.
I'm going to give you a scenario because this is what Farrah said on our show. And I think other shows. Now, speaking of therapy,
By the
for
way, I'm
kid-
not defending Farrah Abraham.
No, none of us
I
are.
was like, girl, you better walk out that door. Right now. I don't know if I'm
I
having
just feel
this.
bad for the kid.
Farrah's,
Me too.
Farrah's idea of parenting, by the way, so she has a box that she keeps in her room. And every time she puts out a product or does something tabloid, whatever, she puts it in the box. Like the sex toy, the big pussy, the sex tape,
Gotta
whatever.
be a pretty big box.
Now,
That's what I heard.
Hey-o.
so now she said that she's going to give that box to Soph when Soph
girl.
is 13 and be like, this is everything mama did.
13's too young for that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, 27's too young for that. If my mom gave me a box with a
I'm
pussy in it, I would kill myself. Are you kidding me? Here's what mama did.
She better give that to Sotheby's trying to sell it at auction.
I would wait till
everything's
Soph's at
going
least
down.
21.
You know what
Or how about dead? Because no one wants to see that about their parents. Nobody wants to see their mom's pussy. Nobody.
I don't know.
Even
she
when
should
they come out
hand
of it,
her
they don't
the
want to see it.
box.
That's why they cry.
Maybe she should just say it's there. You know.
If baby Sophia knows what's going on, she should just burn the box
Yeah.
before it even gets open.
Again, telling somebody how to parent their child is it's a dead end street.
I just want to be there to see it when she opens it.
I
Live
don't
your
know.
life.
I don't know. It'll be Snapchatted.
It's a tough
right.
situation.
Um,
I
It'll be-
wish them well.
So let's talk about Drag Race. Well, first of all, I need to talk about
Does
Big
this
Brother.
go out live or are we recording?
Recording.
Okay.
I need to talk about Big Brother because that's where my heart is. But Drag Race is also where my heart is.
Why have you not done Big Brother?
What do you mean not done it? Like done it?
Oh,
Like
would
been
you
on
be
it?
able to do
house?
that?
Oh my god. First of all, okay, let's talk about Big Brother first. The reason I couldn't do Big Brother is because of the angles. Now I know it's a little different in the UK because they don't have the live feed going on. Well, they used to, but they don't anymore.
It's back. Well, it was back, but
It's
go ahead.
back.
Not
My-
the 24-hour feed.
Got it. My problem is the angles because like I feel like from a certain angle I'm good. From my YouTube angle I'm killing it. From like a low angle looking up at me like doing dishes in the kitchen, people are gonna be like, "Who is that? Is that
No,
Adele?"
there is no low angle camera. There's no low
Any
angle.
kind of an angle that's not up pointing down at me. I'm fucked.
You're 27, dude.
Fucked.
You should be talking about that shit when you're 47, not
Right?
27.
Listen,
Exactly.
I have big hips and I'm fine with that. Actually, I'm not a hater. I wish I could shave them off because it's a lot of bone.
Embrace them. They're gorgeous.
But thank you.
You're
but
beautiful.
thinking about that, I wouldn't be able to enjoy the moment or any. I can't even enjoy the moment when I go to the mall because all I'm thinking is everybody thinks I'm fat. So to be on a show,
Oh,
I
that
would.
makes me
I would
so
die.
sad.
I know. But back to you,
He
Big
used to
Brother.
wear his mother's bathing suit as Spanx.
Really?
You
Thanks.
can just get male Spanx. They have that.
They didn't have them back when I needed because
He
I had
invented them.
all the loose skin from losing 200 pounds. So then I was wearing
200 pounds.
yeah.
Can we just take a minute and,
moment of
and
silence for
think
those
about
200.
what you've done
Right?
and why you're so hard on yourself?
Thank
Right.
you. Thank you. I'm trying to tell this boy.
Now you deserve to be smacked.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
This is why I'm so mean to him because I'm like, enough already.
No, baby.
I want a shirt that says I lost 200 pounds because I feel like that gives me like I feel
People
like
go,
people
oh, he lost weight.
oh he's fine. Oh, his hips are good for somebody who used to be 400.
Oh, that's why he has such a nice personality.
right.
Oh, honey, celebrate you.
That's a sexual confusion.
amazing.
It's you've never been more sexually confused than when you're jerking off and sucking on your own tit at the same time.
I
very-
know. Tell me about it.
I almost spit that coffee right out of my
It's very
mouth.
confusing. Anyways, okay.
Big Brother,
So Big
angles,
Brother.
go.
So Big Brother. So okay, you guys, we'll get to Drag Race in a minute. First, we're talking about Big Brother. Number one, how did that come? You were a fan of that, obviously. You have
Yes.
to be a fan to do
Oh,
it.
yes.
So you're a fan of it. So how did it
It's
happen?
the only reality show I've ever wanted to do.
Me too, yeah.
Besides RuPaul's. I'm talking about reality,
Yeah, yeah.
but not like RuPaul's Drag, like judging. Like I wanted, I grew up as a singer, and for me, trust me, if
Which
American
was the
Idol
soundtrack
was
to my
there-
life, by the way, the United Skates of America roller skating rink. I was living for the
Where did
Running
you grow
Man.
up?
Long Island, New York.
Where?
Massapequa.
Oh, nice. I spent a lot of time in Massapequa.
Hey.
Yeah. So as a singer growing up, if American Idol was around, trust and believe.
Star Search. You
I
didn't
won't
do
even
Star Search?
no because it wasn't real. That was bullshit, and it was also here. And my parents didn't have any money, so I wasn't flying.
The
to
Apollo?
LA. I'm white.
That's all right. You rub that log. You still go out there?
No,
Okay,
ain't no rubbing
okay.
log gonna get me liked unless I sounded like Aretha, and that wasn't happening. I had dreams of grandeur, though.
Right.
Like I believed I can do it, but I would be all over YouTube. I would be all over American Idol. I would be whatever red chair needs to turn around. Like I would be on any competition there was because that was the kid that I was. I grew up singing. That's all I ever wanted to do was be on Broadway or be.
I wanted to be Little Orphan Annie so
the next
bad.
one. I auditioned for it. So everything, obviously didn't get it. Sarah Jessica Parker beat me.
Oh, shit. That time, huh?
It was the second one, replacing Andrew McCardle. But with that said, what the point was,
How did you
correct.
ask?
So the only show I ever wanted to do was Big Brother, just because I was like, oh my God. First of all, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it. I knew that I can go in there and be a voice for the community. And that's really what I want to go in there for, because I feel like when gays go in there, they're sometimes badly represented or just like, they're trying so hard to be
and stuff, but
yeah, but not really. And I hate when
No.
people blame editing.
No.
But it was like, you have to be responsible for everything you say and do. And every gay that goes in there is always the over the top, like, and I want people to get the right picture of the community.
It's not everybody,
and what we're doing and breaking down barriers and moving ahead. So that was my idea of why I wanted to go in. And how it happened was I said I wanted to go in, and I got management over there that could set up a meeting. And I was like, all I need you to do is set up a meeting, and I've got the rest.
got it. Yeah.
And
Okay, so tell us about the first day. Okay, so you're backstage. Like, tell us the whole first day.
So
How does
they
that
keep
work?
you sequestered. You're in a hotel room, and they literally move you with blindfolds on. So
No way.
if you walk past another contestant in the hallway going to interviews,
What?
you can't see or hear. You're
Oh,
not
that
allowed
would
to
freak me
talk.
out.
But did you kind of know? Because Perez always like, oh, I knew everybody who's going in.
Yeah, because you read the papers,
Oh.
so you have an idea. You don't know who's going in, but you have a really strong idea.
Blindfold. They like kidnap you, put you in a van and shit, take you around?
Yeah, pretty much.
That'd be dope.
But I will say that like the media that's like now for the next one that's going in is 80% wrong. And most of them usually are until like the day before. Then they're really close. You know, I think there were only like 1 or 2 people off from my house. But the list that's out there now is pretty off.
Do they do that on purpose, you think?
No, I think they're just going by rumors, and they want to be the one saying we had it. You know, so they just publish like they have Willem going in and Bianca going in. They're not going in. But you know, this house, who knows down the line, whatever happens, Bianca has no interest in doing it.
Bianca's so cool.
She's like, no, fuck you. I'm not going in that house with those crazy motherfuckers. So I wanted to go in and do what I did. And I knew who was going in, and I knew Perez before. And truth be told, you know, we had talked before. So, you know, we knew each other was going. And I was like, this is awesome. We're going to have a great time together.
Like,
this is
our
perfect.
alliance is already set.
Yeah, and then things just went awry. He got pissed off because when I went in, I said to him, because I had a past with him, and I said to Katie Hopkins, I don't like who you are. I don't like anything you represent. I did to her face. They showed it. I said,
Like
but
that.
I'm also a really open-minded person, so I'm going to clear the slate for everybody.
Cool.
And then I told Perez, I don't like what you've done to me in the past. And he's like, well, I would do it again. It's my job. And I said, I don't agree. I think you should focus
I
more.
thought he said he was like nice now or something.
That's
that
I brought
bullshit?
that up, and he said that he changed, and I said, but you're telling me to my face that you would do it again, so that's not changing.
Right.
You're changing for the media, saying that you're changing.
Right.
He still
but you
wants to draw
haven't
cum on
changed.
everybody's face.
It's just not nice.
I wish he would draw. That's more interesting. Than,
Me too. It's been so long.
Okay, so the first day.
So the first day you go in, you meet everybody, you know, you have this kind of air about you. You're watching everybody's sucking their gut in and being fake and trying to be pretty.
That leaky gut.
And he's
Sucking
sucking
it
the
in.
leaky gut in. And all I cared about was getting my own bed. So I was literally hanging out they don't open the bedroom door until a couple hours in. So they ply you with alcohol. So they're hoping you'll forget. You're walking around. I did not
You're like
leave
hand on the doorknob.
from
ready to go.
that door.
Yeah.
They don't let you. They'll say,
General
take your
admission.
hand off that door. But then they'll go, this is Big Brother. The door to the bedroom is now open. And then you fly through that door.
Release the horses.
And you jump on your bed. And that's all I cared about. So once that was done, kick the shoes off, claim the bed, and then everybody got loose and first night was fantastic. Getting to know everybody, and that's when
Everyone's on their best
everybody, yes, that's
behavior,
exactly
yeah.
right. And everybody was nice, and we were having a great time. And then
And shit went bad.
shit went down.
Now, do you?
I think that next morning or that first night.
Yeah. Do you see now? Obviously, you know, Perez, all the drama. It was the first season of Celebrity Big Brother UK. Because I'm a huge US Big Brother, and I didn't even know about the UK Big Brother or Big Brother, whatever, all that.
See, the US Big Brother is shit compared to the UK.
100%.
Yeah.
And after I saw your season, I'm like, oh, this is where it's at.
Yes.
And I was watching every single night, and I was like,
Aw,
this is on every
thank
night.
you.
I was
He's
watching.
obsessed.
I was
He's
watching
got the T-shirts.
I was
He's
watching
got the hats.
Bots.
He's got all the merch.
I was watching
Okay.
Bots. I was watching like the after shows,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
by the way you've returned, which has been great.
Yeah, thank you.
Which we'll get to. Oh my God, there's so much to get to. Okay, so
The 2-hour long Shane podcast.
Holidays. Well,
Right?
it's been
All
about
about
a
Big
month
Brother.
since we've put one
Yeah.
out.
no, so okay. Do you see my number one question about Big Brother? Just because I'm curious about the behind the scenes. Do you see
The cameras?
people?
Yeah.
Like, so you see obviously your house guests, but like, do you see other people?
No. The only people you can't see is like sometimes like you'll wake up in the middle of the night and you'll have to go to the bathroom. And so the lights are out, but the infrareds are on.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a glow in the room, but you can see it. So there's windows everywhere that are blocked by blackout. Like, I don't even know what they are, like curtains, but they're basically blackout fabric hanging there. And then when you're sleeping, they'll have a minor 49er hat on and they're fixing the camera and it's open. And then like literally I'll just go running up and start banging on when they're like, this is Big Brother. Please step away from the window. Can Michelle step away from the window? Like those moments. So you see people, and when you see people, you're so hungry for outside attention or just some kind of something that's not these people that you're with, that you're banging on the windows going, look at us. Hi. And you get yelled at.
Is there somebody, there's nobody in the diary room? Just a
voice.
Is there a mirror?
That would creep
a camera
me out.
So you can't really know what you look like?
Yeah. There's two-way mirrors in the bedroom.
Okay, good.
And in the bathroom.
Now,
That's it.
what is it like when you exit the house? Is it first of all, I can't believe you didn't win. I was
How
like
far did you get?
so shocked by that
I
situation.
was the last American in the final, but I came
were
in
in the
fifth.
final.
But I was shocked too. But let me just say this, okay?
Okay.
I feel like I won.
Right.
I know that I didn't win because I was friends with Katie Hopkins. And if I wasn't friends
Which is
with
crazy because I loved her, by the way. I know everybody
in
hates
the house
me for that.
you did.
In the house I did.
Yes.
Yeah, everything else is crazy. I loved her in the house. I was like, it's going to be you and her, final two. You're going to win. It's going to be amazing. Then she
You're so sweet.
I think she got too scared of being liked. So like that last couple days, she like kind of like.
No, this is what
bitch
happened.
Again. Okay,
This
tell
is
me.
the truth in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Katie Hopkins that we got to see in that house is the real Katie Hopkins. I did not expect to like her, let alone become like we were joined at the hips. You know, we did everything together, and that was her. And I said to her a few times, I stood up to her. You guys didn't show. They didn't show me, standing up to her or whatever, because they wanted. As soon as Katie Price walked down the steps, I knew right then that it was going to be those two in the final because they've been fighting for years in the press.
Right.
I knew. I went as excited as I was that Katie Price was walking down the steps. I knew that my reign was over. I was
You're like, I'm at least bronze.
I
or
knew
lower.
it. Yeah. I knew it, and I was okay with it. But that Katie Hopkins is the real Katie Hopkins. And I said to her, you have the opportunity now to take over your country. They are in love with you on a way that they never got a chance to be in love with you. Accept it. That little game that she played where she didn't like to be complimented is bullshit. That's an act. The minute she knew that she did not win, it wasn't until that moment. The moment she found out she didn't win and Pricey won is when she decided she was going to be even more bitter than she's ever been before.
Sore losers.
She just in my opinion, she was afraid that people wouldn't care so much anymore. So now she amped up her hatred. And I told her, she had come to see me when we were doing the Battle of the Seasons tour in London, and I said, I can't stand behind you anymore. I fought with her on Twitter when she was defending Dolce & Gabbana when they were saying that having gay parents is wrong and having a child through IVF is synthetic families, and it was really disgusting. So I'm thinking about all these women that can't get pregnant. So you're calling, I'm an adopted child, so you're calling these children synthetic. It's just disgusting.
Or whatever.
So in one breath you're saying you want to be a gay icon, in the next breath you're saying you support Dolce & Gabbana. They don't go together. No. Then I'm also adopted into a Jewish family, and she made a Holocaust joke about Ed Miliband, who's a politician over there. His wife, I believe, is Jewish or whatever. I could be jacking that whole storyline up. But
that's all right. It's interesting.
I know that there's a Jew in the family line somewhere, and she talked about the wife putting her head in an oven. Like, then she also talked about immigration, seeing bodies floating in the water, because I'm more than just an equal rights and a gay rights advocate. I'm also a human rights advocate.
Yeah.
So there's a line that's crossed where it's just, no, I can't, I'm done with you. I can't. And the way I know she wants to help people, the obese people, lose weight.
She doesn't care.
Calling them fat and saying, the most offensive thing to me being a parent of a kid who's battling depression is saying that you can run depression off with a nice jog.
Oh, get out of here. You don't even want to get out of bed and run. Come on.
You can't be that irresponsible.
She doesn't care.
Not when you have a platform like that.
But that's why I decided to say, the person that you were in there, I loved. And if you were that person, you probably could help people lose weight. You probably could help people battle depression. But the person you are out there is getting money. So it's blood money, essentially, which makes it worse for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're being a character. She's just like, all right, well, that's, fair enough. She wasn't mad. She just was. So what she's become, I can't stand behind. If we were to go back in together, it'd be a totally different game now.
Yeah.
You know, if there was an All-Stars and they put
Oh,
us in
you'd
together.
win, because now you guys can start fighting for 2 years in the press,
that's
and then you come
true.
back and then you be the winner.
Yeah,
when you come down the stairs,
it
you're
would
gonna
be
the new
real
Katie Price.
fights and fighting for the people that I love.
Girl,
and-
with those
and-
nails, you'll take some bitches out with that.
She never stood up to me because I think she's afraid of me, and that's the
Yeah.
bottom line. Because she's good behind a keyboard, not face to face. You know,
Yeah.
I've challenged her to do a debate on TV, and she never answered.
Oh, and I'm sure when you get angry, that like East Coast, and you must really.
It
come
does, but it
out.
takes a lot. Again,
Yeah.
I'm a mother of 2 girls who I don't want to see. I would never be on the Bad Girls Club. Not
No,
that I'm judging.
inappropriate, but
but
if you lay it down,
I
you
don't
like lay
fight.
it down.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like to be an animal.
No.
I want my kids to go, wow, my mother just won that with class and dignity.
Right, and that's
You don't
what
need
the
to fight
difference
though
is.
when you
That's where
have
it
like
is.
a look, and if you give that look,
No, yeah, but that's
they're
what I'm
done.
saying. Like,
Okay.
But anyway, I did win because when I came out of that house, the people that I still get recognized on the street, mothers, 50s, 60s, coming up to me going, you were robbed. That was your show to win.
Yeah.
You were robbed. And thank you for speaking up. I didn't know those things about the gay community. And that's what matters to me.
Yeah.
The parents coming up to me and saying, thank you for helping me understand my gay child, my gay grandchild. That's why I did it.
That's
So
awesome.
I won.
Yeah, you won. I mean, I fell in love with you on the show, and I think everybody else did on Twitter when you were on. Everybody's tweeting about you.
Aw.
Like, so, yeah,
Thank
you
you.
fucking won.
bravo, baby.
Now,
Thank you.
I
Make that
literally
difference.
could
That's
talk about
why
Big
we're
Brother.
here, right?
I could talk about Big Brother forever.
Yeah, me too. We'll do that. We'll go out for coffee.
Because
There you go.
Farrah Abraham, oh my God.
But make sure there's a
Okay.
I
bathroom readily
didn't
available.
like that last season.
Wait, first of all, okay, can we just say, okay, we're going to get to Drag Race.
Okay.
But Farrah Abraham real quick, because she was on the season. Now, listen, I enjoyed this season because of the drama, but then it felt so calculated because I know Farrah, because I'm like, oh, this is all calculated. But then again, she's also a bad person. So, like, for example, and we talked about this on the show, the episode that kind of made me over it was when they gave her the task of like, okay, make somebody cry.
Yeah, when they went to
And
the private room.
Her
with the-
first instinct was like, you're a faggot, you're gay, you suck dicks. Like, her first instinct was to be homophobic. And I was
Yeah.
like, and then afterwards, she's like, it was a game. And I'm like,
No.
No, I would tell a
No.
really sad
That's
story
your-
about myself and make people
that's
cry.
your first
that.
instinct.
Not like that.
Never. If somebody gave me that task, that would be the last thing that I would
The
never.
last-
I
I
wouldn't.
would just go like this to someone's nose, flick it, because you automatically cry.
No, but you can say something hurtful to people without
Yeah.
going to racism,
No.
homophobia.
Or turn it on yourself. How about tell a sad story that makes people cry and use the emotion factor that way? Why even turn to hate? Why
I'll
even
tell you
go
why.
to-
Because
go
you
romantic?
can't get most people to cry. A lot of people, you can't get me to cry. A lot of people can't cry for somebody else, especially
No, celebrities,
especially when you don't give a fuck
Yeah, I'm not
about
like
that
that.
person.
Yeah.
If Farrah Abraham cried to you, you would not fucking cry.
Oh,
You'd
no,
be like,
no.
bitch, good, keep
That'd
crying.
be like
Do you know what I
adorable.
mean?
Fascinating.
If anything, I would cry because I'd be like, oh my God, there is a human because I
No.
see tears.
I would not.
But I probably wouldn't cry.
Wait,
I don't cry at movies. I
So
don't
when you
cry in
watched
general.
her, when you watched that season, and then were you there? Okay, so this big thing happened. She got voted off, and then she went on the after show, and then there was like a fight.
I was not there, but I know what happened.
What? Okay, I watched Snapchats about it from like people that worked on the show. I got
table
real
was
into
broken?
it. She threw some. I don't. So are you allowed to say what happened?
No, I'll tell you what happened.
Okay, what
It's
happened?
not as dramatic. What happened was Ashleen took the glass of champagne and threw the liquid. So
Okay.
kept the glass and went shh,
Okay.
through the liquid
At Farrah.
at Farrah.
Okay.
Farrah then takes the whole glass and chucks it. Chucks the fucking glass.
No.
Like the class act that she
Right?
is.
Oh,
at
come
Ashleen. Mrs. Ashleen and hits Vicky Michelle, the older woman,
Oh.
in the head.
Yeah, because she ain't a baseball player. Let's be real.
Oh no.
Then Janice Dickinson at that point realizes the camera's not on her
Right.
anymore.
So now she got to
So she decides to pick up her chair and throw it at Farrah.
Oh my God.
Then when all of this is going on and the paramedics are running in, Janice decides, I'm still not getting attention. The camera's not on me. I'm going to body surf in the audience.
What?
There's
what?
20 people in the box.
What?
Well, they
She
can
then
hold her up.
throws herself at the audience.
What?
And
What?
they're like, push, drop her.
No.
How
That's
is this
amazing.
How did they not put this on TV?
Because it's a legal case now.
Oh, I bet. Oh,
Because
that's
I think
amazing.
Farrah was talking about suing
Body
Janice,
surfing.
and Vicky Michelle was talking about.
What do you think about Jenna Jameson on the show?
I loved Jenna until she decided to mentor Farrah. I actually was really enjoying her and was Team Jenna.
Yeah.
And then when she teamed up, but then you know what it made me do? It made me realize why people
Yeah.
started to not like me
Yeah.
because I teamed up with Katie, even though I don't believe her beliefs and I wasn't backing her up. She's a 40-year-old woman. I'm not going to battle her fight her battles. She could fight her own battles. If she's fighting with Perez, let her.
That's your thing.
It wasn't until he came for me or whoever came for me. I'm going to fight my own battles. I'm sorry. If there was bullying going on, which was not happening, you guys, whatever they edited, I haven't watched the season, so I don't know. Perez was bullying Katie and Katie was bullying Perez. I'm telling you right now, it was equal opportunity offending. Okay? And when he couldn't get to her, he would come for me, which is why I would fight with him.
And just shut it down.
Honestly, I did have no interest in fighting with him. When I went in, I thought we could be friends, and he was getting mad that he couldn't get to her, so he then came for me. So
I don't like that.
but
those
with
kind of
that
people do
said,
that.
I loved Jenna until that happened. But it was a fucking eye opener. I'll tell you right now.
Wow. So wow, Janice Chickens.
So there was a lot.
Crowd surfing.
I love
Don't
that.
forget-
Light as a feather. How'd they drop her?
Totally. Well, they didn't want to touch her.
Right? They're like,
You saw 46 minutes out of 24 hours of footage. So it did become the Perez and Katie show. So a lot of the brilliant stuff that I did, or you missed a whole brilliant moment where Pricey gave Kavanaugh a haircut. She lied and said she knew how to cut hair. Took a pair of scissors and cut his hair. It looked like literal steps.
No.
I was cracking
I
up
did
and they
that
never
to
showed
myself
it.
once.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they
That's
never showed
amazing
it.
stuff.
But that's what I'm saying, because they were so
not
focused
angry,
around those two fighting. You didn't get to see me standing up for whoever was being picked on, whatever. You didn't get to see all the good stuff because those two dominated. And good for them. You know, they're going to be, it's the highest watched season ever. And the biggest highly complained about season ever in the history of the show.
But it's shit like that they choose to play that is like, it's so negative and it's a fighting and it's bullying.
what it's
like,
about.
where's
That's
the
what it's
funny
about,
times,
girl.
though?
That's
I
what I
know,
tune
but
in
want
for.
It's
that
either
to
a fighting
change.
house or a fucking house. They haven't had a fucking house
Where's
in
the
a
funny
while.
house? I want to be in that house.
No, there's never a
No.
funny house.
No, funny
Never.
people are annoying on that show.
Funny people doesn't get ratings. It doesn't.
No, and it doesn't translate. Watching people be funny with their friends isn't funny when you're not with them.
Well,
Like,
if your silly moments, like when I was getting tanned by Katie Price and we did the whole fake tan thing and she
yeah.
turned his breath, that was a funny moment. But I mean, that can't continue
Yeah,
all
it
the
can't
time.
be the meat of a show.
Right. The
Yeah.
fighting is, or people fucking.
Yeah.
well, speaking of
Or fight
tanning,
fucking.
that's a great
Wow, this
segue.
is a great segue. I can't wait to hear what it is.
Okay, Drag Race.
Oh.
So
Yes.
now, oh, man, I had so many questions, but it's okay. I'm gonna get through them.
He got a makeover from Willem once.
You did?
He was
Willem,
beautiful.
by the way, has been on the show. Is one of my favorite people ever. Is
Love
also
Willem.
like the most intimidating person I've ever been around. It's like because
Why?
he's
Smart
he's
and
so
so funny.
quick and so smart.
He's not
and
smart.
So funny.
He's actually dumb.
No way.
Really?
He's from Florida.
Interesting.
Well,
Just
Well,
kidding.
Pretty smart guy. He's just so quick-witted and like
he is.
hilarious.
Very quick. Very quick.
We were in a musical together. We did Jersey Shoresicle, a freaking rock
Oh,
opera.
with Danny?
Yeah, and he played JWoww, and then I came in, and when he went to do Drag Race, I took his part in because it was normally played by a drag queen and stuff like that. So it was like, oh, well, like he taught me
He's
everything.
awesome.
He's
Now-
fucking great. They're great.
Who? Okay, let's talk about winners because I've seen all the seasons and I watched because I found Willem's beatdown show and then I'm like, what's he from? And then I found out he's from Drag Race. This was a few years ago, so I watched every season ever. Then it came out. No, so
Oh, shocker.
let's talk about winners. So, is there any winner? Because watching the seasons was interesting because I feel like it's always, and I'm hoping this year will be different. I feel like it's always obvious who's going to win. It's always like,
Well, what wasn't obvious last season? I thought Ginger was going to win.
really? Oh, I did not.
It was a clear winner for me.
I thought Pearl was, and I wasn't even the hugest Pearl fan, but I thought Pearl was going to win.
I absolutely
until
never worried
the finale.
about Pearl winning.
Until the finale when she didn't do great. So last season was a little different.
I mean, I'm not mad. That statement was not me to say Ginger should have won. I was pulling for Raven as a viewer. I wanted Raven to win season 2. Sorry, Tyra, but I wasn't on it. So if I was there, again, my say doesn't matter.
Right.
This is RuPaul's Drag Race, you know, and Ru and I are so connected in every single way that I almost 99.9% of the time agree with him.
Right.
Such a beautiful human.
Yes,
But
but
say that
you
too.
can watch the progression of these people grow and learn and really just churn it out, and that's how they win, really. Jinx was not, when I first saw Jinx, I was like, oh, she is horrid.
Really? I knew Jinx was going to win, right? I always know the first episode because but that's why I love reality TV because it's that storyline of like, oh, I get it. Oh, it's the underdog. It's a sad one. It's this, is that. They're going to like, they're not that great at the beginning and then they're going to be amazing at the end. Like it's all, and I'm always right about who wins. But I feel like this season, I feel like they're going to flip it a little bit because I feel like everybody last season, I don't know. I feel like the last few seasons, just from Twitterverse, from the Twitter world, everybody's kind of like, all right, we're ready for something different. So this season is what? Is it All Stars?
8. No, season 8.
Oh, wait. But All Stars
All
is
Stars
the thing,
2
right?
is coming as
It's
well.
coming later. Okay.
You only the second season of All Stars? There's only been one? Oh, I
I
thought
know,
there
I'm
was a
so
couple more.
excited. I'm sad Willem's not on it, but I don't know. There's probably a whole legal situation, which I don't want to get into with that.
How do you know
But
Willem's not on it?
He's said he wasn't.
Yeah, there's beef.
There was a whole Instagram drama with it, which whatever.
Which could be why he's not on it.
Exactly.
I know.
Carry on.
I know.
Exactly.
It's hard.
There's a lot of details in the situation. we don't
Now,
have
you
to get
said
into.
something very interesting that I totally relate to, and I never actually I say it too much, which is you said that once a show's over, there is a huge possibility that their career is over. And you said it, same thing with YouTube, like kind of like make your money now. Like a lot of people don't understand if the time is now, you have to make the money now because it's gonna be over. So talk more about that because I'm interested because when you watch like Big Brother, you get obsessed with the people on Big Brother, and then the second the season's over,
They're
like,
done.
That's our culture.
They're done.
That's
they're
our
done.
society
Unless
now.
there's something else. Like you have Drag Race, you have all these other things. Katie Hopkins, I haven't thought about her for a second since the
I don't even
season
know who
ended.
that
Well,
is,
she's
honestly.
a journalist,
You
so
know,
she
talking about
writes
her.
for the shit Daily Mail, which
Yeah.
is the fucking homophobic, awful right-wing paper.
Oh,
with
I
the,
honestly
with the
don't even
best
know who it
gossip reports on the internet.
Yeah.
So the only reason I can say that, it's not me being shady.
No, it's
me.
real.
It's not only real, it's me caring. That's why I push those queens so hard, because I feel like they don't understand. I do. I've been in this business since I'm 19 years old. When I was in a girl group on A&M Records, I had a platinum record. It was amazing.
Seduction.
Yeah. And being in that group and doing what I did, I thought the world was mine, and I'd never
You
I
were
was on
blonde
my
too,
way.
huh?
I was blonde.
I was looking at the video. I was like, wait, Michelle. Oh, that
And
bitch is
I was
blonde.
on my way to superstardom.
Yeah.
And there was no stopping me. And before I knew it, not only did first of all, I made no money doing it. They robbed us blind. But when that was done, it was done. And I was working in a strip club. So
Cocktail waitress, or were you like getting
no,
after
I
that?
hosted that hot oil wrestling.
I was going
and you could read all about it in my new book, The Diva Rules. And I talk about that.
which
But-
I'm obsessed with also.
Thank you, sweetie. But that's the journey that I'm talking about. And I am blessed enough, and I like to think that I'm talented enough as well, that I've been given a few chances to come around in this industry that this biz that we call show.
Right.
So I try to tell these kids and push them out of their box, because what happens is they come on the show and they are spooky, they are glamorous, and it's like, you do this so wonderfully. It's perfect.
Take some risks.
You didn't come here to be critiqued on this. You came here to be critiqued on the things you can't do.
Right.
So start to show me the things that you think you can't do,
Yeah.
because you actually can do them.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, when they come out doing them, they go, "Oh my God, I love this."
And then I didn't think I can do this.
I'm
but I
gonna
can.
incorporate this.
Yeah, and then they get that confidence.
So
It's
what they
amazing.
have to understand, though, is when they go out and audition, or they go out for things, which a lot of them want to do and they have dreams of doing it, casting people see what's in front of their face, and that is all they see.
That's it.
They can't. If I'm going to be cast as a blonde girl next door, they're not going to see that when I walk in. They're
Not
gonna
unless you're wearing a
see
wig.
a broad.
Yeah.
But you also have to change your demeanor. Like there's a whole, my point is, if they want people to see their repertoire and not just one note, then they have to give it to the world with their full commitment, right? So that's why I'm so tough on them, and I push them out of their comfort zone, because I know they can do more, because
Yeah.
they're amazingly
Yep.
talented and they are my inspiration. So with that said, that's why I push them. So when I say that they do have a year, so when their season airs to the following year, when the next season airs and more queens come, that's the year they have to really rake in the dough and make a difference in their career. Most of the time they don't. And that's okay, but that's on them.
Yeah.
I just want them to know that's very true with YouTube. It's this moment. Let's say, Jersey Shore, those kids, they were so hot, making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? These things happen in the moment. I have lived it, and it's the same way with RuPaul's Drag Race. When it's done, what's
Yeah.
next?
Right.
So you have to push forward. You have to keep thinking about that forward momentum. If I were to make $50-60 million if I was a Kardashian at the moment, making all that money, I'd be okay with my career. Sometimes it's a blow to the ego where you're like, nobody can, like Paris Hilton, perfect example. All that money she made early on. I know she's a Hilton. She's never going to starve,
Yeah.
but she was a superstar for
Yeah.
how many minutes, right?
It's hot.
And now
Everybody's
it's done.
saying it.
It's done,
Yeah.
right?
Still in my heart.
Right?
But you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
point, and
It's
it's
over.
not dissing.
No, and
It's-
that's just our society.
it's a fact.
Information
Right?
readily available fast. Where you have this ADD now.
It's gonna be gone.
What's the next thing?
Your YouTube career is gonna be gone one
Yeah.
day.
Already is.
RuPaul's Drag Race is gonna be
Better than
done.
ever.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do with it?
It's like fashion.
while it's
It's
happening.
like fads. It's whatever. Everything comes and
Yeah.
goes.
Well,
Just do
but
it in
that's
the
also
moment.
the way I look at the whole YouTube thing too is because I agree. But I think that's why it's hard for me when kids are like, I want to grow up and be a YouTuber. I'm like, why?
Go to college.
So you could have 2.5 years of
There'll
shelf
be something
life.
else.
Like it's YouTubers 2.5 years of shelf life. Luckily, I've lived out 8, but I think it's because I also direct movies and I write books,
exactly
write my
what
own
she was
books.
just
I don't
saying.
have a
You do
ghostwriter,
another
so I
things
think
in your repertoire.
you have to
Yeah.
have an overall career plan.
Yes.
Instead of just like, but I'm a big vlogger. It's like, yeah, girl, that's gonna last until you get crow's feet and then it's done. So what the fuck are you doing? So okay. Drag Race. So now, is there any queen who you see that can transcend and be a superstar that you've had on all the seasons? Is there anybody that
Well,
you've had
I'm
on
going
all
to
the
say a
seasons?
pageant answer because I believe it. I believe that they all can do it because they were good enough to get on this show. Even the ones that went home first have the ability
How
to
many
do
people
it.
apply, do you think, in a given season?
Hundreds and hundreds. Some seasons, over 1,000,
Wow.
and that's a lot of drag.
Wow.
And Rue handpicks every single one of them. He looks
Wow.
at every single audition reel.
Really?
Every one. And she knows when the right time. Some of them she's kind of chronicled along the way. If they auditioned 7 times, she's watched
Interesting.
and she goes, now's the time. Like Chad Michaels took 4 seasons and she, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So for me, I mean, the standouts are obvious. Those are the ones that are magical because not just because their drag is better, because that's not true. It's they want it more.
Right.
It's the same thing with Madonna's not the best singer, but she was the hungriest bitch out there.
That's right.
Sometimes drive, luck, determination, persistence are more important than talent. Because there are so many fucking talented singers that come through the ranks of all these TV shows and you have never
Done.
heard from them again.
Don't care.
Yeah.
What are you filming right now?
Done.
Oh my God. So what does that mean? Does it mean where is there like a few you don't have to say, but like how does that work? Because it happens where you film the whole thing up until a certain point and then it's like live
Correct.
later.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it's down to a couple or a few or
Correct.
something. Oh my God. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling
Season 8 is beyond stellar.
Okay.
People have tweeted me and saying, he's saying about every season. What the fuck you want me to say? It sucks.
Hello?
But I can tell you that, and I say this a lot too, like it's so different than the last season. And, of course it is because it's different people.
Yeah.
You feel like I
Different
feel like a
cast.
dick saying it because
Yeah.
it's like, well, what else am I going to say? But the truth is, this show is so different than any other show on TV. It gives me so much inspiration, so
Yeah.
much positivity, so much love and light. And I am so honored to not only work with my best friend, but be a part of this life-changing TV show.
It really is, too. It's
It
great.
is, and I can't see it slowing down. And season 8, I think, is going to reinvigorate everybody after season 7.
Yeah.
Because season 7 felt, not that I don't think that it sucked, because I actually enjoyed it. I just think it was different, and I think people kind of had a weird taste in their mouth about it. And I'm not saying negative or positive. I just think what I hear is that it was different for them. But different sometimes is good to shake shit up.
I liked it.
I liked that Violet one because it wasn't the obvious choice for me. The
Right,
obvious choice
yeah.
was Ginger. So for me, it was like, see, it wasn't the obvious choice to put Kim Kardashian on the cover of Vogue, but Anna Wintour did it. Sometimes that shit makes you go, oh shit, I didn't
Right.
see that coming.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. Season 8 is, the talent on season 8 is remarkable.
Yeah.
And the stories are great too.
Is
You're
there any good
gonna love it.
celebrity
Great. I can't talk about them because Logo will release them.
Which, by the way, and we talked about this with, I think it was Willem or somebody else that was on drag, or no,
Ross,
Ross
I
Matthews.
think.
And they were like, she was great. I don't believe it. Ariana Grande, tell me how she was on set.
I didn't say more than 2 words to her because she was all the way down there, and then she literally came with 30 people. But
Just like all with cat ears. Like
but the time that I did talk to her, I'm going to tell you, she was lovely.
Yeah.
She was lovely to me. I don't know her. To me, in order to give my true assessment, I really
gotta
do
know,
have to
yeah.
at least have 5 minutes with somebody.
Right.
I had maybe 30 seconds when I took a picture.
You're like, that weave's on point, girl, though. That
I
ponytail.
loved her. I was the one who begged Demi Lovato to be on the show. I love Demi as
her
well.
too.
But you also have to remember this about kids that grow up in the system. There's a bit of insincerity to them because they've grown up as characters on a TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure that these youngins quite know who they are. Demi's done a lot of work on herself.
Yeah.
And she's still evolving.
Yeah.
That's why I think I'm drawn to her, But I think that kids that grow up in the system on TV and the Disney system need time to get to know who they are. I'm not sure Ariana knows who she is yet fully. But the time that I have spent with that darling was lovely. And I
Yeah.
can't say anything negative.
Yeah. I
You know?
Me neither. She's always been, I've never met her, but she,
People
follows
can
me
say
on
what they
Twitter.
want, but you can only say what
Yeah.
your experience was, and mine was lovely.
Yeah.
And I love her brother.
I just wish she would enunciate.
That's just her.
I never understand her lyrics.
You know,
Well, listen,
what a
guys.
voice and a half,
Girl, though.
Well, guys, before we go, first of all, your book. It's in stores now.
The
It's on
Diva
Amazon
Rules.
now.
It
The Diva
is.
Rules.
It
Go
is.
get it. Pick it up. It came out in
November.
November. If you
So
need
it's
to get
out.
your shit together, get the book.
Get your shit
you.
together.
Sparkle.
Your Twitter. Throw it out there.
At Michelle Visage. It's just
Your
my name.
Instagram?
At Michelle Visage.
Yes.
I keep it real simple.
Real simple.
She verified, too.
Verified. Done.
Yeah, you'll find it.
And when does Drag Race start? Does it have a date yet?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna find out when you find out. People are, trying to come for me on Twitter saying, "But what about season 8? This time last year, we knew about the girls." And it's like, kids.
already.
All I said was, "You'll find out when it's time."
There you go.
Don't try to. It's like fine wine. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
You ain't from Russia? Why are you Russian?
Don't rush it. It's when it's time, you're gonna be so excited. I promise you that.
When it comes out, please come back on the show. I really want to get more into Big Brother because I have so many questions.
Okay.
can
We need
really
to
get
do a
into this.
YouTube together. That's
Yeah.
what we need
Oh
to
my
do.
God.
Yes, you
please.
do.
But don't ask me to drag you because I can't do makeup on anybody else. But
Ah, there you
Oh,
go.
I thought you meant drag me, like make fun of me, and I'm like, you can do
I
that.
know. like dragging.
We'll
We
do
got that.
anything as long as I don't have to eat any animal-related products. We're good. Your contact one was making me laugh because those were some hideous-looking contacts. But the money, you're like, I'm crying, honey. That made me laugh so hard. Yeah.
Oh, that made me day.
You're super talented. I want you to really focus on loving yourself because you're such you have such a light source around you. You're such a beautiful human being.
Agreed.
And don't pay any attention to haters. As long as we work in the public eye,
There's
there's
always
going
gonna
to
be
be negativity.
Yeah.
It's what you do with it that makes you the stronger person. The
Thank
War
you.
of Art is a really good book for you to read.
Okay, War of Art.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Don't
You
let
probably
words
download it.
affect you, sweetheart.
That's the thing is I don't like the
takes it so seriously.
comments. I don't care about comments. Please, I've done this for I don't care.
Right.
It's me. I'm hard on myself.
Of course.
Kids can call me fat, ugly, stupid, kill myself. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. I'm making money. I'm fine. I'm doing what I love.
Good.
For me, it's like I've always hated my body since I was a kid. So like I don't know how to get over that.
Learn to love it, queen. It's going to be
Time.
there. Love handles are the only thing that have been on your side since day one. Embrace them.
Actually, they weren't on our side from day one. We ate them on our side.
Amen.
Time.
Yeah.
Give yourself.
It's so true, though.
Give yourself a break. We're really hard on
Yeah.
ourselves. All of us in this room and all the kids that are out there, we're so tough on ourselves.
It's okay to give
and
yourself a
and
pat on the back
names do
sometimes.
hurt, but they don't need to penetrate. You don't need to let them. You can put up a kind of force field and
Yeah.
let the force be with you because really all that matters at the end of the night is what you think of yourself. And a lot of kids out there hate themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what's so disheartening to me because you're all, if you could see yourselves the
Right.
way I see you, you'd go, oh my God, what have I been doing all these years?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I do what I do with these kids that I teach because it's like I know how crazy their life is. My life was crazy, and the only thing that I had was children's musical theater for me to get through all that stuff. So it's like when I see them, I want to empower them. I want to make them shine, feel comfortable. Yes, you're weird, cool, go with it. Yes, mistakes happen, go with it. Like
I have a chapter in the book
Be who
called
you are.
Be Thankful You're a Misfit. And it's true because guess what? We stand out. The
Amen.
people that blend in, the normal people, quote
Boring,
unquote,
yeah.
they're the boring ones.
enough.
Yeah. We're the superstars of the world.
Amen.
Guys, you heard it here first. We're all beautiful.
Yeah.
Some of you are boring, but
Thank you,
are
Christina.
beautiful. That's it.
all right, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed our holiday special. Thank you so much for coming. This was
Yay!
awesome. This
Ho, ho.
was really great. I've been wanting to have you on for so long.
So long.
And
All you
I'm
need
also,
to do is ask.
I'm
darling.
also obsessed with Leah and her reality show, which I saw you on, and you were talking about podcasting. Which, by the way,
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're just going to do it.
okay, good.
Just because she's driving me fucking insane and I can't shut her up.
She's amazing. Please, can I please be a guest?
Yes.
She had a book signing. Leah Remini had a book signing at the
Oh, I saw it with your mom.
My mom, when she found out, because I tweeted like, "Oh, I see you, girl," at Leah Remini, because her poster was right there, and you know me, I was going in to see my book and take a picture of my book because I'm like that, and I saw her and I was like, "I'm gonna buy my mom a ticket." So I called my mom. My mom was in a car on the way to the Grove.
Teresa, ready.
Ready to go. Showed up, locked her keys in the car, didn't give a fuck. She's like, "I'll call AAA after."
Shut up.
She was in line, and then she's like, "What am I gonna say? What am I gonna do?" And then she saw Leah's mom, Vicky, sitting at a restaurant, and we were walking, and I'm like, "Oh, that's her mom." And my mom turns, she goes, "Oh, Vic!" and starts to yell, and I grab her. I'm like, "Mom, you can't yell people's names like that."
Yes, she can.
And my mom's like,
don't
"She'll love
edit
it."
your mother. Did you not learn anything? Shame.
But it was
that's why you got all the issues.
One of the best nights of my mom's life. She
Oh,
loved it.
bless her.
Meeting her was a huge deal. So tell Leah thank you. It was amazing.
I absolutely will.
And guys, enjoy the show. Thank you so much. Leave a comment.
Sorry, it was 3 hours.
Sorry, it was 3 hours.
I
but it
could
was
go
worth it.
all day, to be honest.
And leave a comment giving more questions for Michelle. Maybe even ask questions about your life, like some advice, because we're going to have her on the show again, and then she can give you guys some
I
advice.
love giving advice. I'm so good. I'm like the white Oprah. Like, for real.
Girl, that's how I feel too.
I'm not like Dina Lohan white Oprah. Like the real white Oprah.
Oh my God.
No, like you get a car and you get a car.
Except
No,
I would
wouldn't.
probably give
I'd be like, you
Hitachi
get-
Magic Wand vibrator.
I'd be like, you get a beef jerky, you get some potato
There
lays,
you
you get a
go.
hot pocket, you get a
No
hot
Hot Pockets, girl.
There you
That's
go.
your
Hot
show.
Pockets.
All right, you guys. Hope you had fun with us. We had fun with you. We will see you next time.
Bye.